Good morning, everybody. There is a parasite in the United States and it's harming a lot of people. This weekend, I saw a news station talking about a woman. I forget which state she lives in, but she was very, very ill. I want to say she was older than 60 years old. But when she went to the doctor, even though she had the symptoms of this parasite, which comes with the diarrhea and all that, and very, very lethargic and just fatigued and just sick. 30-year-olds have been hospitalized for this. And the doctor refused to listen. She was not treated for a long time and she kept getting sicker. And it got me thinking, that's happened to me several times in my life. You go to the doctor, you tell your doctor your symptoms, and you know that it is something either going around or it's obviously something like maybe the flu or something common. The symptoms match and the doctor tells you that it's anxiety, or they tell you that it's not what you think it is. They don't treat it. They just send you home. And then you get sicker and sicker and sicker. Some may argue this is big pharma. This is insurance. I don't know what's behind it. I'm not here to argue that point. What I think should happen is, in the event of an outbreak, such as this latest parasite outbreak, and I forget the name of what it's called, cyclospora or something like that. In the event of an outbreak like this, where everybody knows the symptoms, they're not symptoms of anything else. Like, they're not symptoms of the flu. They're more intense and specific. And if somebody presents with those symptoms, there should be a universal medication. And I'm not saying one size fits all. I'm not saying everybody is the same. But what I mean by that is, when there is an outbreak at this level and everybody knows about it, it's going on, there should be a way to get help without having to go through bureaucratic red tape at your doctor's office to get treated. There should be protocol where people can get a prescription without going through all of the baloney that people have to jump through. Because could you imagine, you got sick, you ate some lettuce somewhere, or whatever it is that they're saying is containing this parasite. I heard lettuce. Perhaps it's not just lettuce. I don't know. But you eat it and then you come down with the exact symptoms. You go to your doctor and they tell you everything is normal and you have the flu, and go home and they don't do anything for you. Now you have a fee to visit the doctor, possibly, and you're still sick. You're not better, like this poor lady. So wouldn't it be more practical? Wouldn't it make sense to have something where everybody can heal and get better? Or worse, your doctor tells you it's anxiety and tries to prescribe anxiety meds. Or your doctor tells you it's irritable bowel syndrome, even though you have the same exact symptoms as a parasite that's infested the United States right now. Why can't we have something better? It is 2026. Why can't we have a universal system in place so when there is an outbreak, there's a place to get the treatment instead of going through all this? I've seen tragedies on the news when things happen, hurricane season, tornadoes, people get together, there's food cooked, there's people serving food to everybody that was involved in the tragedy that needs help. The Red Cross gets clothing together, and bottled water is shipped to that area for everybody who needs water. But yet, something like this, we have an outbreak and nothing is done. People don't have to fend for themselves. They're on their own. And it just shouldn't be the case. The video I saw over the weekend from the news actually interviewed a doctor. And the doctor said that very thing. That if somebody presents with these symptoms, treat them as if they have it. Because chances are they do. Regardless if the test comes back negative, they're the symptoms. We need to have some type of universal protocol. And again, I realize there are allergies to things because I have allergies to things. So I get that, but it should be an option. It shouldn't be left to individual doctors when there's an outbreak like this, and it's a known outbreak. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows the symptoms of it. The symptoms aren't like anything else, yet the doctors aren't willing to treat it. That is messed up, in my opinion. So people have to remain sick. Do you know what that feels like? Because I do. And it's horrible. It's not a matter of just change doctors. I've heard that before. People say that to me. Oh, just get a new doctor. Have you tried to get a new doctor? It's nearly impossible here. The waits are 6 months to a year and a half, even for a dentist. There's no switching. So I try to work with my doctor and medical team and dentists. I try not to have an issue. I try not to cause an issue. I do speak my mind, though, when I don't agree with them. But having said that, it's not a matter of, oh, just switch doctors in a lot of cases. There are some places that don't have doctors near them, and it's like quite a hike to get to. Some people have an hour drive to get to a doctor. At least I don't have that here, but I don't have many options around here either. It seems there are no individual private practices anymore. They're all in a bigger group. Nothing is going to be perfect, right? So even if we did have a universal solution to outbreaks like these parasite things, sometimes the solution really is worse than the problem. But it just makes sense to me to have a place where people can go and pick up a remedy for this parasite. I hope you are all well. I have not heard of anybody I know having this parasite yet, and I hope I don't. It's horrific. And if you are sick from it, I am so sorry. I'm thinking of you, and I hope you get well soon, and I hope you get the medical care you need. Thank you so much for watching today. Take care.